actually passionate, as you know, because we've talked before around this. I am passionate about this. On 2 occasions, we have gone to government. Jack has helped to lead the campaign to go to government to get the funding for our high street. You've walked up and down the high street with me. You see what the issues are on the high street. And on 2 occasions, we've been refused the funding. We have now got levelling up, and we need true levelling up. What I want to see with levelling up is that places like the High Street in Erdington, that they do get the funding, we do get the funding we need to really develop the High Street, because I have knocked on not just tens of doors, hundreds of doors. I've been out in the wet, I've been out in the wind, and that has been one of the key issues, the High Street and the lack of development. So for me, as the MP coming in, God willing, I get here. When I get here, we have got to continue to fight to ensure that high streets like Erdington get the funding they need to actually make people in the local community be proud of their area. Because at the moment, you know, oh heavens, when I actually moved into Erdington, it was like a little village. You'd come to the high street, you could shop, you could have a cup of tea, all the big shops were here, the banks were here, and over the years we have lost everything. And we need to see, local people need to see that government actually values local communities.
And Keir, how is your shadow cabinet?
Paulette Hamilton is part of the answer there, because what Erdington needs, what the High Street needs, is a very strong advocate, somebody who's going to be in Parliament and knows the communities, knows exactly the change that they want, is going to be a very loud and powerful voice for them. The other thing I think picked up very strongly this morning is there's no lack of ambition, there's no lack of ideas, there's no lack of talent in Erdington, but what local people want is a government that matches that ambition. And we've already put some very serious propositions on the table, £28 billion a year for the next generation of jobs across the country. That's a huge amount of money. We want to get rid of business rates. What a difference that would make to the high street, because it would allow businesses to flourish, other businesses to come in and make their businesses on the high street, to bring it back to the sort of high street that it was many years ago. And how shocking is it the government has actually refused the bid twice for the money that's needed on Erdington High Street. And frankly, if you're not prepared to support Erdington High Street, then how can you seriously talk about levelling up?